Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you, and it's good having Cecilia back for the third day. We're gonna get a little choked up, like halfway through, probably.
Me too.
I know,
Really
but you have a lot going on in your life right now.
I do.
We'll have to kind of talk about that over the next couple hours, whatever you want to chat about.
Sure.
But fantastic. So yes, we're here. We're going to be working on some space foods, things like that. But welcome everybody. Anton, Edward, Daniel. Thank you for the nice hellos. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so nice.
Cecilia Uhr. I'm saying your last name right.
Uhr. I know it's really hard to say. And
Cecilia
people spell it wrong.
Uhr back. You're back, like you said. I tried to do there.
I did.
Yeah. Broadcasting from beautiful San Francisco. At least you really just have to take our word for it, because there's really no indicator where we are.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the sky's blue.
The sky is blue behind us. So it's, of course, not San Francisco. Just kidding. It is. Because it's the winter time, and that's the best time of year.
Yeah, it's pretty nice these days. I'm really happy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So welcome, Hector. So you actually live here, but you're born in South Korea. Is that right?
I was born in South Korea. I was born in Seoul, and then I lived there until I was 12. And then after I moved to Toronto, Canada. I was there till 2 years ago, and so I haven't been here for a long time, but I love it. The weather is so much better
here compared to Toronto.
Sorry?
Compared to Toronto, right? Yeah, somebody was even saying that when we were on the stream yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of complaining about Toronto, the weather. But the people make up for it, because I think the people are really, really nice.
They are really
yourself
nice.
Included. Obviously, I could tell you're from Toronto because you're super nice. So, yeah, just chill, good people. So, yes. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hello from Dallas. And yeah, you could submit designs, of course. As long as it's a new design, we will check with the Adobe Live team if you could submit, say, one each for each speaker. You should be able to, as long as it's a different design and you haven't won. So I'm just answering that question I saw. All right, so we're going to get rocking here. We'll check out your stuff. I know we're trying to get your mouse working, so this will probably be a problem that we're going to have in the future as well. Like, we'll be able to teleport, but we won't be able to connect our mouse to our computer. But we can teleport.
That ironic?
Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to work in the future.
Oh, gosh.
We're still going to be like having Wi-Fi issues. Like,
having Bluetooth
my phone's
issues.
not Bluetooth. It's not connecting. Oh, but you could like beam your food to somebody else in another room.
Right? Priorities. For sure.
So maybe I'll review the contest since people are actually. Let me just give me 1 second to get this launched. But that was a previous winner, which was super cool, by the way. Can I show you this? This was Anton's from earlier, but this is sort of like what we're looking for. This won.
Oh, wow.
And
that is really cool.
For obvious reasons, it won. So we think he did this, and then this. This was probably part of the photo. Probably did a little just masking in Photoshop, but just a top-notch job. See a little bit of blurring, able to match it. I don't even know.
Wow, that's really awesome. I love the steam that's coming out.
Yes, very cool. So, and provided this isn't all, like some of it, I don't know what's a photograph and what's 3D. These two are probably 3D, so who knows? Either way, super cool. Awesome. That's what we're looking for. And if you just go to, I'm going to go to behance.net/live where you guys are. Let me mute that tab and stop the inception. But right over here, contest. Just share a link to your ping file in the chat, and we'll get that loaded in a special spreadsheet and review it in about an hour and 15 minutes.
These are getting better and better. It's kind of insane.
I know that one.
Did people learn this fast?
Seth did a great one. Let's look at Seth. Look at Seth's. Wait for it. So I think this guy was done in Dimension, but it's all made of basic shapes. So that's the thought, actually.
That's cool.
Could have been. So anyways, endless cool ones. Let me look at one more. Give me 1 second. Is it Gustavo's? Yes. This is another cool one. Gustavo did this. And again, yeah, they just let the renderer do all the magic, but just it's still a cool package and just a great way to display it.
I love how like the packaging warps under the water. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's good. Like right there. It's totally good. And by the way, this could easily be a stock shape. So I'll jump into XD and XD. What am I saying? I'm losing my mind. Dimension. But in Dimension, I can click on models, so we can see some of those elements that he might have used, because there's a splash right over here. You could see all the basic shapes. Here's a splash with like it's kind of like a swirl. He could have combined two of those together. And really, it's that easy. It's like, hey, drop it on. You know, here's the splash. Grabbing, you know, a material. I could do just straight up glass if I want. And then we can put in, you know, just drop in a background. When I drop in the background, it's going to ask me if I want to match everything to the background. I'll say yes. Right, so move it down. You kind of get the idea. It'll take me a second to render this, but, you know, that's the short of it.
That's actually going to be really useful, because today we're going to be designing space juice.
Oh, this is good, right?
Yeah, we could totally use that.
We're getting into sort of the advertising aspects of this, maybe, you know, sort of like creating a whole ad. So that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
This is going to render. This is just the quick render. So, and all I actually used here, this is glass, but I think it kind of works. Again, just did something quick. So that's all.
It's really cool.
All right, Seth, you are the man. Thank you, Seth, and Ryan for his submission. All right, so we're looking at your screen now.
Yeah, so today I actually wanted to just really quickly finish up the actual graphic design portion of the packaging. I actually kind of went ahead and like finished most of it last night just because I wanted to like really dive into Dimension, and I was thinking that it could be really cool if we make some kind of like marketing material for this brand. So, you know, we were bouncing ideas yesterday, and then I know you can do like really realistic mock-ups in Dimension, but I think it would be even cooler if we do something like surreal mock-ups almost. So since we're like in the theme of like space, we could have like spheres floating around, but they're like really bright colors, and you can play with depth of field, so it kind of feels like the packaging is floating with the spheres and random shapes that we might create in Dimension. So I think that could be really, really cool.
Yeah, and just like you know, kind of it's you know it's all kind of based on those keywords too. So I'm just kind of thinking back to the keywords that we initially started with. Yeah. Like this is the stuff, this exciting, fresh, premium, innovative. You know, we went really straightforward yesterday because we just showed it in space, and today we might get a little more playful. But I love everything. You know, that's what they like to like that.
Totally.
I was pointing at the donuts,
so
but
this is like. That's why I love having multiple things in one mood board, because I feel like somehow they all kind of come together at the end. So the donuts are kind of what we're going to be aiming for today. But I think just combining it with just, you know, abstract shapes is going to be really cool, especially if they're colorful, kind of like this basketball thing over here.
Yeah. And then even colorful, and then obviously this metallic, like we just pointed out, whether it's a splash of color.
Exactly.
Some basic shapes, yeah.
I mean, we already have like the material going on in the design itself, but I think it's going to play a huge role when it comes to like the space juice that we're going to design. All right, so I go back. Okay, cool. So this is kind of what we have in terms of front and back panels right now. So this is, you know, everything we went through yesterday. I just kind of like refined the icons that we're using. Just added some, you know, space recycling icons as well. Be respectful. And
be
then,
respectful of space.
Yeah, exactly. Just some like marketing speak here too. I think they can make it into the poster later on. I also did a little snack thing here. So just using trail mix here, listed out the ingredients, you know, taking elements that we already use from the entree, the chicken and vegetables, Same kind of windows. It's just a smaller scale if you compare it. So I think like if we have these floating in space together, it'll look pretty cool. And then this is kind of like what I started working on, which is space juice. So it looks a little trippy here.
This. I just love I love that visual. Like, we need to be able to, you know, replicate that in 3D.
I know, that'd be really awesome.
Which we kind of already have a plan there,
yeah,
so that's good.
We talked about it. Yeah, so I was thinking that it could be this like holographic material that changes color like depending on how light hits it and what angle you're looking at. So, you know, like, who knows, maybe later in the future space juice could be silver or something like that. It doesn't need to be like juice color.
Yeah.
This is me going back and forth reality and
no, it's good. I mean, we do have black water now,
yeah,
that as a brand, so
yeah, that's
just
true.
Case in point.
Yeah, so I think this would be really fun to try to mock up in Dimension. I keep wanting to say XD after you said that.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's
the
okay.
icons were right next to each other, and I clicked on one.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up. But in the meanwhile, if you
want me to do something,
it,
well, I'm gonna we can just kind of switch to my screen because I'm like really inspired by, you know, mimicking that holographic look. And all I did is just like kind of jazzed up the background, you know, just for fun.
Yeah.
Right now, the background, so I have environment selected right over here. This is what's being reflected, and this is based on. Oh yeah, by the way, this I just grabbed metal and put it on there.
Yeah.
So it'll turn on all this stuff. The environment looks like this. We said, and I don't even know what's going to happen here, but like, hey. Trying to mimic that rainbow look, I have this image, and I can take an image from my library and drop it, you know, onto any one of these spots right here. So I'm going to drop. That's pretty extreme, but that's the environment light, and that's what happens to metal since it's really, obviously, really bright. So let's kind of move this around. I think we'll start to see it a little better. Get this into a little better view, a little larger. And I'm gonna actually rotate from the center, just to see how this will.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little too strong right now.
Yeah,
it needs to be more metallic and less reflective, mirror rainbowy.
Yeah, it'd be great if we can get it to tone the colors to tone down a little bit. Yeah, because it kind of looks like it's in fire right now.
Yeah, it's kind of on fire,
which is fine.
And we do that. We could take down the metallicness, and a lot of times it's the refraction. Watch as I take up. Usually, if I take up the refraction, actually no, I take that back. If it was more transparent, and then I took up the refraction, you could start to see it how that light gets refracted inside. So that's kind of what's happening there. Actually, I would expect more from the metallic. I bet you if I turn this down, I just don't know why I'm getting some of that orange, but that's less metallic, but still not quite what we want.
Right, yeah.
So obviously I have some playing around to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of an experiment. I wanted to see if we can actually do that.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. And we might, that's even a little better actually. Is it a little better? I feel like I'm getting a little more metally right there. But it still looks like it's on fire. Yeah,
maybe it's just the colors, you know, like maybe we just need a different gradient for that.
I think you're right.
So I can make that too.
Okay.
Let's see. I wonder what would happen if we actually use this. So for those of you who are asking.
Ooh, you can give me that.
Yeah, so this is just actually a photograph of a holographic material that I found. So I didn't create it, it's just kind of like a mock-up. But I could drop this to you. Okay. So let's try that and see what it looks like.
The refraction of water/liquid is 1.333. If that's right, Juan Martin, I'm like, you're smart. I'd be like, I feel like pulling up a chair. Like, you need to sit right here.
Yeah.
Such a smart guy.
Help.
Oh, good. You have it in there?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Should be in there.
So going to the environment right there, just drop it right there.
Ooh, it's getting close.
Yeah.
It's getting real close.
Yeah, I think it's, let me just rotate it just to kind of get an idea.
Oh yeah.
I think that's looking pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Let me just check what I did with metallic. We could turn that up some. Yeah, that's pretty darn good.
That's
wow,
really good.
You are good. So thank you.
I'm
You're making me look good. So that's just the material, by the way. I'm just playing the material. I haven't even applied the logo, so I'll just apply the packaging, which is right over here. I'm gonna drop that right on there, right? And even though it's slanted, it'll put it on like that. Actually, let's take that back.
Wait, let's put this on there. Sorry.
You got a different one?
Space
Oh yeah, take that one.
juice.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Here, I'll drop it right here.
And this is, we had this issue earlier as well, because like you want to drop it on. Ideally what I would do is I'd select this object and I would just reset the rotation. Maybe I want all these like set to 0. Right? So now it's standing upright, and yeah. There's also a default view. So these are the camera angles. I could go default view. That's what the default view looks like. But if this is good, because I might have a perspective for the ad and then my sort of like my modeling perspective or whatever.
Right.
So that's why this is just my default view. Rotate that around. Sure, it's hovering. That's good. Right down here, just so you know, if you really do want to get something like perfect, you have the ability to adjust numerically. So the camera is actually located in environment, but that's kind of what's going on here. Did you put it in there?
I did.
Sweet.
Should be in there.
And you're working away. Can we? You're just doing a little bit of this and that.
I think it'll be cool just to have like a colored cap. So that there's like a pop of color in there just to keep consistent with our brand language that we have set up going on. So I just changed that cap color. So that's actually something we need to do too in Dimension.
We do. And this gets maybe a little bit more advanced because essentially, we'll be doing some modeling, like putting something together, and here we have a cone, a couple, 2 cylinders, a half a circle. We could make all that stuff. I could even use Photoshop and make it.
This is true. I mean, ideally this would be closed, right? I'm just
Yeah.
So
okay,
it
that's
would look
actually
like that.
a little simpler.
So it would be easier to create that in Dimension.
Oh yeah, totally. Like I could, we have all those shapes right in here. So again, cylinder, dropping that in and doing all that magic, like resizing and all that stuff. You could maybe, since you could do whatever you want. I did give you on that USB some of the files. You might want to see if you can open them.
Definitely.
I don't know if you want to play around, those are there for you. Sorry for ignoring the chat. Rotation is under intensity. All right. You guys are good because I think somebody asks a question and then just like somebody else in chat just answers.
Yeah.
And we're just like here. So thank you.
I'm sorry.
You guys making our jobs. This is making our job easy. Like they're just on it.
No, they're awesome.
In it.
They know so much stuff.
Yeah, in it to win it.
All right.
I like it. Let me drop on this though too, before I mess that up.
Okay. While we do that, I actually kind of like put together another mood board for the art direction that I wanted to do for kind of like marketing materials that we talked about.
Okay.
So if you go here, so this is kind of like what I was talking about, because I don't think I explained it very well, but I think it'll be really cool to have, these like random spheres floating around with depth of field, and then like, imagine that as the packaging also floating around, and then we could have like big fields of color in the background just to like make everything pop, and feel fresh. So you recommended me this this artist.
Oh yeah.
He is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So like something like that would be really, really cool. So it feels a little weird, a little spacey.
Yes.
You know.
Luke choice.
So good.
Luke.
Something like
number
that would
one
be
choice.
awesome too.
Yeah, that's fun.
This kind of feels like, you know, future.
Mm-hmm.
Very future, very space.
And a lot of that has to do with lighting and just, I mean, so much goes into this. It seems simple because you're like, oh, just some spheres. But, you know, there's obviously, you have this, the pink and, you know, it just gets pretty tricky.
Yeah, totally.
We could do that depth of field. That depth of field is fun.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah.
You know?
I think the biggest thing would be like choosing the colors and the materials that we really like.
Okay.
And how that shows in the lighting that we've set up. But once we get everything right, I think it could look really, really cool.
Yeah. Can you switch to my screen real fast? Thank you, sir. So this is what I'm doing right now. Since I know we might need to put more on this, I'm going to save this camera view. So I have that default, but right here, this is my sort of front for, you know, positioning purposes or whatever. So I can always go back to that one because I'm really going to start messing with the camera now and, you know, doing that, whatever. Just it's going to get more interesting based on what you just have just shown.
I love that. I can see the reflection.
Yeah, I
I
brightened it up. So right over here we're dealing like with the sunlight. So I kind of I cranked that up. I kind of was rotating it around to find something that works. And there's also the environment light. So that's like the overall brightness.
Right.
So hopefully that makes sense.
That's super cool.
Hey, Ann Bracker. Oh, Ann was on this morning and she's in chat.
Oh.
Do you miss us? Do you miss us? We miss you.
I heard you did great.
Yeah, she did great. We had fun. I mean, I've never learned so much about, you know, Illustrator and stuff, so it's really fun.
All right. Cool.
So this, we'll just kind of see how this plays out. By the way, were you at Max?
I was.
Okay.
Well, not. I was. I think I was there like 3 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
The one in LA.
Gotcha.
That one was really, really cool.
Nice. So this year, Luke was there, and he was just giving a little workshop, just randomly in the, you know, so you could have actually gone there, saw how he did what you just shown in Adobe Dimension.
What?
Yeah.
I missed that?
It actually might be on this guy right here.
Really?
We'll stay on my screen.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, because I don't know what other files are in there. maybe not. Is there anything in there that's interesting? Maybe not.
Like he did some
Darn
stuff?
it.
No?
Well, yeah, I took the files that we worked on.
Oh.
Would you see that? Look at that PSD. Boom. Yeah.
Damn.
What? Go full screen again. How dare you?
I know.
But we totally. So do you remember this from yesterday?
I do.
I can't. Who was it? It wasn't Anton. Jasmine? Yeah, something like that.
I think.
You know who you are. But nonetheless, shallow depth of
That's
field.
amazing.
I was like, how did you get that? And so
That's so
I
cool.
kind of did that the other day.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Based on his. So.
Awesome.
That's I gave you that file, but actually I think it got corrupt somehow, unfortunately.
I think that's what I was trying to open, and then
and it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
I know. Let's see. Okay, let's try to open up something else.
I don't know what happened.
It's okay. I can just start over.
I'm sorry.
No.
Well, I can do some magic on my screen.
Yeah.
I got some colors here, so yeah.
I like
Let's switch to mine.
Yep.
Look at mine's all colorful and stuff. So you could still like do whatever you want to. I don't mean to slow you up, but and you also be the art director at the same time.
Oh.
Because this color right here that sphere back there. Anyways, maybe
What's
I'll
the
just
material on that right now?
It is just a red metal. But if you scroll even through yours, so you could sort by, I'm sorting through materials right now. And then, we haven't even talked about the lights, but there's lighting as well. So we can click through here.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun. Ooh, yeah, you tell me. If you find anything fun in there, just holler.
I will. I'm so excited.
Oh, it was Yasmina Cadiz. Thank you, Voodoo Val. I miss Voodoo Val. I'm gonna.
She knows everything. It's
she
crazy.
Does. And she's an amazing artist and just full of personality and life. You know.
All right.
Lighting kits. Oh, this is so nice. Let's drop that back there. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying different things. But there's these gradients in here.
Sorry, what are those?
This is just some backgrounds. So I was sorting by, so basically images, lighting kits. So look at this. Look at this Studio 80s horror. Studio 80s horror 2. So we'll try one of these. I'll try this first one. We'll drop it in. Look at, boy, that changed drastically. But you see those lights?
Yeah.
So the image, the environment light. As I drop this one in, let's try it.
Really cool.
Oh, that's gonna be, and we could do I could have this render up. Okay, there it goes. Just give it a second. This is the Studio 80s horror, but you'll start to see things really interesting. Oh, I can rotate the lighting for a better result. Thank you, Miriam.
Wow.
But look, that's,
that looks,
I mean, that is really, that's pretty wild. We totally lost Space Juice, but
is
anyways.
It coming back? No.
I think it's there, but I think there's this background being that blue. I think it's too much of this blue is being reflected.
I think you're right. Oops.
So.
Background. Oh, this is so fun.
Yeah.
I literally did nothing, but I'm like...
You literally...
I'm having so much fun.
You literally did nothing. This is made for you, by the way, because you don't have any 3D experience, right? Like, I'm busy being a designer. Like,
I mean, I tried learning Cinema 4D, and I can make abstract stuff, if you know what I mean. I just call it abstract, but I just don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But
that way it's never wrong if it's abstract.
I agree. You know, it's like art. Okay. Sorry, my screen's boring. You should probably go to...
Are you getting all self-conscious?
I realized that it was on me. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing anything.
You're funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna have fun making... It's gonna make some shapes. I might even do a thing or two in Photoshop just for kicks.
Yeah, totally. I think we can refine it in Photoshop for sure.
Just like a bar, maybe a ground plane. So I'll use this. Ooh, there's these crystals. There's 1,000 things we can do. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just kind of... this might be a plane at the bottom. I don't know. I'm just trying stuff.
I haven't...
It'll probably, get worse before it will get better. Just
that's how it always
FYI.
goes.
All right. So we got our space juice. Space juice. Let's tilt this. There we go. And now I love...
oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Oh, thanks. Sure. You might have noticed if you... sometimes if you drop in a background, you get these weird bars because it's changing the canvas size to your background image. See how you have this gray bar at the top and the bottom? That's what'll happen if you drop an image on. It'll change it to that aspect ratio.
Oh, okay, got it. So that dictates the size.
Yeah, but you could easily fix that. You just come in here. In fact, you could just scrub on these numbers. See, as I scrub, we can kind of get it to a different size.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna put some random stuff in there.
And again, I think this is fun. I mean, we've spent the last couple days being very methodical and making packaging and making sure it's biodegradable or recyclable and meets the packing requirement. But this is just getting into the fun aspect.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I've been waiting for. I just wanted to have, the fundamentals. Oh, that's amazing.
Give it a second.
That's really cool.
So we could end up with a bunch of different concepts here.
I'm gonna make a metallic one.
Fun. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't use Blender, just FYI. I've used Cinema 4D before. So I feel like I know what I'm doing in Cinema 4D, believe it or not. Like, I'm not saying I could do animation, but I can model basic things.
That's awesome.
Which is nice. Just
what
bragging. I'm just bragging. I'll be quiet. And, like you said, I was inspired by Luke, his work.
By
Velvet Spectrum.
He is amazing. I want to be him.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
My computer is not doing so well today.
Open to suggestions, guys. So what we're making is we already have our packaging done, which you can kind of see here, not even on this one so much, but we have the packaging done. Now we're just working on sort of creating more of an advertisement for it. Like, how would you present this to the client or to the public?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to save this one.
That looks it looks really fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
So far, so good. I don't know if I should add more to it. Like, there's these different splashes that you could use.
Like different ones.
Yeah. Like this splash. So I just added another one back there.
That's super cool.
So.
Sorry, my computer's being really slow today. And not working with Bluetooth.
I know.
It's just one of those days, you know?
Man. No, I hear ya. It's so annoying if your mouse isn't working. I
know.
I wish we had And if you do need to restart, that's okay.
That's fine.
This is looking actually not bad overall. I mean,
that looks amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
I did nothing. I did nothing. I
you
just
did
like
everything.
I just put some shapes in here, and that was it.
I love the colors actually. I feel like just having the packaging actually minimal helps because you have so much stuff going on. You have so many shapes.
Good point. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
I think you're right.
Really
cool. I think this the way it's being laid out fits with the fits with the packaging. Let's try this in the background.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, ready for this?
Wow, how'd you do that?
I used that background you gave me. So use this background artwork as the background, and I made sure that the environment light was also the background. So that's kind of how it ended up.
I'm gonna do that.
So keep in mind that we are going to be giving away Creative Cloud just for fun in about 20 minutes, just because we can. And we will also want you to submit something fun like this, essentially for the contest, and we'll review that stuff in about an hour. Gets a little muddy. Anytime I think you use yellow with darks, it gets a little muddy.
That makes sense, yeah.
You know? But I should just be doing screenshots of this as I go along, maybe.
Totally.
If you use that background art on your metallic texture, it'll get a similar effect without changing the environment light, I believe. You're exactly right. Juan Martin, otherwise known as the smartest man in the room.
He is amazing.
Right?
Wait, how do you do that?
He was just like, you could use it on your metallic texture directly. If you like want it to reflect just in the on the metallic on your package, you could do that.
That is really cool.
So it gets there you go. Okay, good. Good.
Right.
You're getting places.
I'm trying. I don't know. I think it just takes some time to like actually get reflected. Okay, that is really trippy. Let me try to density.
All right, so I'm gonna switch over to Photoshop and show you something. We're gonna go nuts.
Can I ask for your help?
Yes, that's why I'm here.
So, it looks like it's what is it?
It's like tiling.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiling.
Okay.
Can you get rid of that?
Yeah, select. So where did you put it? On
the materials.
So twirl that down. You select food pouch and twirl it down. If you click on it, I don't know, but the arrow, there you go. It might be aluminum, so there it is. Scroll down near the bottom of that. That's the offset, and there's the size, repeat. Take that up or down, I'm not sure which. And you can scrub on the numbers too.
Oh, I love that.
Don't you?
Oh my gosh. Alright, so taking it
Yeah,
down.
I always end up going the wrong way.
Right.
But there you go. Okay, good.
Okay.
So hopefully that makes sense what's happening.
Yeah. Whew. There we go.
Yes, Saif would like to see it on a table at a space station with a blurry background. So demanding. Like, all right, I guess I gotta get back to work.
Yeah. No
Fun's over. Fun's over. But that's actually what I was looking for yesterday. So table.
Are we doing a space table?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, honestly, that all depends on the image, and that just gets a little more tricky. So it should be table. What if you did desk? What if you did, let's just do desk.
Ooh, where'd you go?
But I see what you're saying, like, let me just kind of switch over, because I think the goal there is to, or at least your takeaway is, here's a, here's, I'll basically get the point across with this. I do have to kind of like bring that model in and all that fun stuff, but let me just do this real fast.
Does this ever happen to you where everything disappears? Am I doing something wrong?
It might be, you might be in like in a render mode, so,
It's gone.
oh, click, no, that's,
It's weird, right?
go, it might be your view, so go up to the camera, right over there, and then hit default view, and try to drop something on. Like, I'm not seeing anything either, yeah, so.
Okay.
You might have an object right in front, so I'd zoom out, so take the second to the last, and yeah, kind of drag up and down.
I think my computer is just not listening today.
I don't think it is either, because
Yeah.
I hear that fan going, and this happens when you dive into 3D, you're like,
It's
this
just
is a
freaking out.
whole new situation. So if you need to restart, go for it. We'll just
Okay.
switch to my screen.
I'm gonna do that actually.
Yeah, I think you might need to, because I
Sorry,
hear that fan
guys.
going.
It's weird.
So this is, this is something that happens. I'm going to drop in this. We will add the artwork to it. So, let's get this where it needs to go. Metal. Reflecting in it.
Oh no, they're telling me to press F.
What?
I should have done that. Whatever that is.
I don't know. Gustavo knows. What would press F do? Gustavo. F is for find. It just finds everything. Is that what happens? I don't really. Oh, F is for fix.
It fixes everything.
Why didn't you just hit F and then it would just like fix it? Just kidding. I want to do the depth of field too, because I gotta try to make this match perfectly. But that'll be fun.
Oh, okay. So F focuses on the active object. That's really.
Isn't that right up here too? Yeah, there it is. It's the zoom to fit selection. Yeah.
I thought I did that. I think it just like died.
I don't know. All right. Flip that around. What direction? Maybe this way. Which way is the shadow coming from? Like maybe that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a
like
little
the
higher.
On the right top corner.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then this environment light can, I have that sort of a little bit of flexibility. We'll start to lose that. And I need to make this a lot smaller. I get it. Has nobody said that yet?
Nope.
Nobody said it? Oh man, you gotta. But so it's about this size. And then this is really cool, by the way. So kind of bring that back. Oops. Like that.
So you're studying hard, and then you need some space juice.
Yes.
Is that kind of the
exactly.
scenario we're going for?
Yep. You need a little space juice break.
Yeah.
But so this is what's happening here. See right down here, this paper gets a little blurred out right there, and if it's on the paper, therefore my juice needs to get a little blurred out. So that's what we're gonna do.
Huh.
I feel like making this a little larger just to... Okay, so anyways, what do you think?
I think it. I like it. It's nice.
Does the size look good?
I think so. It looks like the viewpoint is a little bit like it looks like we're looking at the space just a little bit higher than we're looking at rest of the scene. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, so maybe like you're saying it needs to be more like that?
No, the opposite.
Oh.
Yeah.
More like that, and I'll pan down. But...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go with that. So what I wanted to do is this right over here. I might have zoomed it up. Depth of field. So I'm going to turn that on. We just have a focus range of 40, but the blur is something we're going to have to play with. The amount of blurriness. We might actually crank that up. But this is cool because I'm going to select this target, and then I'm going to set this as the focal point, like right there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And let me just adjust this and see if it changes the blur at all. Nope. Focus range is about 51. The blur is what it is. We're just going to click render. The quick render. Give it a second.
Right.
I know it's colorful.
I don't know what's going on with mine. So.
Oh, yours is purely black.
Yeah.
You might.
I don't know if anyone else has any other ideas, but I tried pressing F. It doesn't work.
I think you definitely need a new file for sure.
Right? Maybe it got corrupted. My computer is weird.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Do you want to switch to the Big Mac? The Big Mac.
The Big Mac. Would that be different? I guess I can bring my files over.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Like right now you're up and running. I'd say if we have an issue here again, we can switch to. So that one's probably going to be pretty powerful.
Definitely. Yeah, mine's old. That.
Yes, Space Juice is a creative juice by Adobe or something. I don't know. But you could see what it's doing right now. I'm not going to wait for it to render, but you can see the fall off, by the way. So see how it's focused right here on the J?
Oh, yeah.
And then it falls off.
That's really cool.
So I could easily start to manipulate this a little further so
Definitely.
it matches this blur as well. For one, change the target to back there. Take that down. There we go.
Oh, very nice.
Adjust. Quick render. Yeah, so that's another thing I was going to do, Nathan, is just do some 3D type in Photoshop. That might be kind of fun. And you could just make some fun 3D like elements in Photoshop to kind of bring in. Maybe I could do that while this is rendering. That might be a good idea. Taking the blur down some more.
Alright, I'm just restarting my file. Let's see if this works. Don't know.
Oh yeah, mine's working. It's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to switch to mine?
That's awesome.
No, I mean we wanted that highly reflective. What did you call it? Like holographic packaging, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But so this is a fine line of it's not only reflecting the rainbow, as well as reflecting the desk, because you could see right in here. See the pencils in the paper?
Yeah,
that's being reflected in the
That's really
packaging.
cool.
So it's a mixture of both.
Oh wow. It really pops.
Killing it.
This is so fun.
It is fun.
Well, now that I have it working.
Yeah. Once
that
you,
helps.
yeah, that really it is.
It helps. Okay.
And we have a lot of this stuff here for packaging reasons. The candy.
Packaging reasons only, right?
Yeah, we were just exploring. Can we go full screen on us? Of course.
Oh no.
Let's go full screen on us. Anyway, we have candy because we were doing research, right? So this is all our research. We're slowly. I'm picking just
this is
all
kind
the.
of vacuum sealed.
There we go. Yeah, but see how even this interacts with the light too. Like, this is a little shiny.
Mhm. Oh, this is silver foil.
Silver foil.
I'm just showing candy at this point.
I don't know why.
Research.
We call it research.
Yeah, totally. What else?
Yeah, Cody. It's fun. I mean, yeah, you could do 3D. 3D type would be nice. I'm actually gonna have to. Man, this turned out good. Oh, screenshot. I was not. By the way, what I'm impressed about is this is just the quick. I haven't even rendered it. This is the quick render preview.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is just the render preview, and I'm doing a snapshot of it. Keep in mind the contest, guys. You could literally just do a screenshot. If that gets the point across. So by all means. In Photoshop, if I wanted something spectacular, I could do some. Actually, do you want to do that? Should I do space juice? Should I type in juice or something?
Yeah.
Should we do just some simple type?
Okay. It's weird.
Juice. 3D. Make sure you're in RGB mode. Create. Go to the camera. Get an idea of what it looks like. I think this needs to have a nice bevel to it, actually, is what we'll do. We'll just do a nice kind of round the corners. And maybe take the extrusion depth down some. So that's all I'm doing. Something quick. Export that layer as an OBJ. We're well on our way. Desktop.
I love these textures. They're so cool.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. We would, of course, love to see you render if you have time. Hello, Mark Ratty. Mark did an excellent submission earlier today. Jean-Eric's rendering now. Domenico. Thank you so much for submitting something. #space. I like it. So I just exported out this OBJ. I can come in here and I can hit edit source, and then I can do space. And it's going to have those same properties. There's space. Export.
How fun.
Yeah, just to kind of get some lettering. Maybe we can like throw some fun colors on it. Or
Yeah.
Maybe it's like big in the background and kind
of like shooting off into this.
Yeah, you're like only getting a crop of
Maybe
it.
Maybe you can have like a star field might be nice too. That would be really fun. Yeah.
There's more you could do with it. Like if you could get really funky. By the way, let me just increase the extrusion, and so you could take this and you could start to twist it, for instance. So you could have space, and you can have it taper down. Space. So I'm just having some fun with it.
Well, you know, that might be really
Warp
trendy
speed.
later.
Right? But, yeah. You could wrap it around. Yada, yada, yada.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, some of this might actually be kind of fun.
I could see it like coming up from like the corner and just like jutting out or something like that.
Okay. Let's just export out this one. By the way, OBJs have, it's not just the object, but there's also a texture here, so you can even use those textures. Let's save this file. Yeah, Corey Barker is definitely does a lot of Photoshop 3D work. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm just playing around with, you know, color right now. I think
that was pretty fast that you did that. You already have both of those squared away. Nice.
Yeah.
And you're playing around with it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I just want to play around with like, the colors of the spheres and like see how they could interact with each other. Kind of want to see like a nice overlap going on over there because I selected the rough glass texture.
And what would also be fun for that texture is if the, what is it called? The refraction. So that would get distorted as you look through it.
Ooh, yes. So. I do want that. Okay. Just changing some colors. Okay. How's yours going? Oh wow! So did you import that?
Yeah, just export it out as an OBJ, brought it in. I was just gonna do like a really tight crop.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like how everything's gonna like fall off. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know, something.
I like it. The text almost becomes like abstracted just because you're cutting it off.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, the abstract part. Yeah, good. Good. All right. We need to give away. We should probably give away something, huh?
Totally.
Probably give away some stuff. Would you like, guys? Would you like something?
Some
Creative Cloud. We have that. We can give to you. So let's. Oh, by the way, there's so much we can talk about. So much we can talk about. Like, I'm selecting the different facets of this.
Yeah.
So that's what this magic wand is, right? So again, this front could have a different material than the back.
That'd be
So
really
I'll do
cool.
just drop on the, whatever. Actually, it should be brighter. Let's do like yellow. But because if you look over here, look at how many. It's like actually not that bad, but there's the back bevel, there's the front bevel, there's the extrusion material, right? Let's see if I could actually drop this right on the. Yeah, sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna play with some lighting, or actually depth of field.
All right. All right, let's do a giveaway. Is there a drum roll already? All right, so Adobe Live team never sleeps, by the way. Not all 48 of them. At least not all 72. At once. Oh, so are we up to 70? Yes, all 72 of them. We definitely need to go up in number. So just need some hype in the chat, as we say. So just let us know that you're there so we know that we're giving away Creative Cloud to a live person is the goal. So we're making fun stuff, by the way. I like looking at our screens.
I know,
Oh,
right?
you got some depth of field?
Yeah.
That's going to be so cool.
I tried it. I don't know how it's going to look like because I wasn't sure what the numbers are going to, turn out to be.
Right?
But it looks pretty cool.
I think so too.
I might change the colors on these, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get some more. I need to make sure the space juice stands out because it's totally getting lost, but that's what I'm going to work on.
Cool.
I think it's fun. We're just kind of like playing, honestly, just kind of playing around.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No, I love it. This is exactly what I wanted to do today.
Right. Okay.
Just making stuff. Just making
this is
ridiculous stuff.
So thank you. Pick me, please, me, yes, me. We really yeah, you guys. Cool. Oh, is that something you say? Have you been saying cool?
I do say cool a lot. You caught me.
It's funny because whatever you have a tendency to say, I think chat picks up on it. All right, good to see everybody's entered into the chat, including Jamie Lee. Thank you. I've not seen that name yet, so it's good, especially if you've not said a word. It's fun seeing these new names. Anne, Heidi, Glenn, Arash, Merritt, Kevin, Saki. All right. I'd like to see that. So it really is up to the Adobe Live team, who will go through and painstakingly research every single name, dig into your past, find out your blood type, if you have a valid driver's license. We just got to make sure you're like legit to enter this very, very technical, prestigious, very, it's kind of a thing. It's totally not something we just do at random. It's totally random. And Gus is immediately, he's accepting gifts. Gifts are pouring in. They're like, oh, people are trying to influence the vote or influence the decision maker over there. They're sending him gifts like so many fruit baskets over there. It's like, oh, here, accept this car so I could win Creative Cloud, which is cheaper. Can you add it to the awards section of your Behance profile?
Gustavo Rivera.
Yeah, and he hasn't won yet? Anything?
I don't know.
Oh. All right, then we're good. Gustavo's been pretty active. That's why I've just seen his name, and I think he's submitted work. So congratulations to Gustavo Rivera, and for having a name that's easy to pronounce, because that's been half the battle. Gustavo Rivera.
Because I want to respond to a few of them, and then I don't know how to pronounce their names, and I feel really bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll show your name. Gustavo, do we see you in there? Do we see you, my friends? Oh, and he just submitted artwork, so I'd say it's meant to be. It really is. He's worked for it. He's in there. I'm trying to find his. There we go. So that should be you, Gustavo. Congratulations, buddy. Yay. Sorry, does that make you guys sick? Fantastic. And Garafi sent another submission in. So I think in about 25 minutes, we'll review some of their submissions. Because it's taken a while. Like, everybody's, like, getting really good, and we've just been getting, like, more. You'd almost think it'd kind of, like, slow down, but I think people are getting the hang of it.
No.
Submitting more and more, so.
Everyone's amazing. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to rotate stuff.
I love it.
Guys.
You're like, maybe I just want to rotate because like rotate it.
No, I think my computer. I keep saying this. I'm sorry, but like, it's really annoying.
Well, I definitely hear the fan going for sure. So. Whoop.
Yeah, it's going crazy right now. It's freaking out. It's like, what are you doing to me?
I know. It's like today I was just doing some graphic work.
Problem. Ugh.
If you do want to switch over to the Big Daddy computer, you can. It's up. You would just have to open.
It does sound very tempting,
Dimension.
actually. I might do that.
Yeah, could we do that? And Chris will help us.
I'm gonna try to save this first, though.
If you want to put your files on there.
Yeah. Do that. Okay.
Meanwhile.
Saving. It's because my computer is like 4 years old. You know, it's almost time to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Please save.
We will, while you do that, we'll switch over to me.
Yeah, yours looks great.
Why, thank you. Oh, look at that.
Put my files on this.
All right. I really like what you were doing with your shallow depth of field, though, so I might steal that. Because that was looking
that
pretty
was
cool.
very original.
And, again, that refraction, so I could probably select the splash. And this glass index of refraction, like, I could turn that up more. That should get me what I want. And environment, depth of field, pointing to the package right there. Increase the blur, do a quick render.
Wow, that looks so epic.
Oh, it looks a little bright though. I really hope we get that
washed out.
distortion. I need to work on that.
I think you see it a little bit, right?
I hope so.
It's hard to tell right now, but
Yeah, and this is just like the quick render preview. This probably already tells me that I have way too much blur on it, actually.
you mean the back?
Just the depth of field is like maybe cranked up too high.
It's really hard to tell. I feel like the text is definitely getting a little washed out.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
Okay, so let's just see how much brighter that was, by the way. So I definitely need to work on the lighting. Yeah, that intensity was cranked way up. Because really there's two lights that you're dealing with. You have the sunlight and then the general intensity of the light of the environment. So let's do that. Okay, so yeah, that's much better. Oh, Vicky, what did you say? Yeah, we haven't reviewed anything, Vicky. So yours will get reviewed if you submitted it within the past hour and 10 minutes. So yeah, we want to make sure. I'll look for yours. We'll look for Vicky's. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool.
That looks awesome.
It's kind of coming in. But this is life as a 3D designer, really. It's like doing these renders, waiting,
I know.
you know, obsessive amounts of coffee, like eating all the candy because you're just like, I have to be doing something.
Oh god. Yeah, I
right?
mean, yeah, I used to work in like an industrial design office studio as well, and then it takes forever for them to get any kind of render.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Look at you over there. Can I just want to be close to you. Like, I don't want to be so
Yeah,
far away.
I'm sorry.
Just to make sure we're like kind of nice and framed in the shot.
Sorry guys,
And we're
technical difficulties.
Looking pretty. I want to be closer to all the candy.
For research only.
Just for research purposes. Space juice.
Oh yeah, this is so much faster. Okay, this was a great idea.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty responsive and
Oh yeah,
everything.
so much more. It's like 10 times faster.
Okay, so yeah, Octane is a renderer, right? Arnold is a renderer too. Those are expensive. This is actually using V-Ray. The V-Ray render is baked in. Oh wow, fun. Into Adobe Dimension. All right. Oh, Octane is insanely fast. Interesting. I'm doing research on this package.
Okay, I want to put a plane in there.
Oh. Oh, hers. Can I shut your computer?
Yes, please, thank you.
It's like we're in a wind tunnel in here. All these fans going on these computers, rendering and
Mine's
moving
gonna
3D.
explode.
And I'm looking at submissions right now, so. Oh, good. So did Vicky's get shown, Gus?
But he updated it.
Oh, okay. But he updated it.
In a second. So it's just start here.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, thank you.
We'll just start.
So, Vicky, we got yours. Awesome. Not to worry. I like it. Vicky's looking good.
Oh wow.
And this one, Yasmina, is top notch. I mean, look at this.
I love
so
that reflection
good.
of the label on there.
Look at that shallow depth of field, the reflection. What is this? Belly Bomb Ghost Chili Blast. Oh, yeah. Here's Vicky's. Here's yours. This is the latest iteration. It actually was updated. Doing the trifecta called Drop, which has two. Technically, this has to be one image because you can't have two decals on a shape. But yeah, it looks like that's working, huh?
People
I mean,
are really fast.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That looks really good. I really like the flat look. It's tough because like the 3D is in such high quality. The background, photo isn't quite as clean as the 3D. But yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
So good stuff. I only have those two opened up. Yeah, if we could switch off of my screen.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find like a mirror texture because I kind of want to put the mirror texture on the plane so it kind of looks like everything's being reflected at the bottom.
You want straight up mirror? There
yeah,
might be
kind of like something reflective.
Yeah, you might look for glass, so at the top glass would work.
Ooh, yes.
Well, actually, yeah, but you kind of don't want it see-through though either, huh?
Can I put a color on it or no?
You can colorize it, yeah. You just need to increase the. It shouldn't be translucent at all.
Yeah.
Or opacity should be taken all the way down. And what's cool is roll over, just put your cursor over any one of those words, like opacity.
Ooh.
And it shows you, obviously, like,
That's cool.
what it does. So I'm interested in translucence. Can you roll over translucence just to see what that is?
So...
Okay, the amount of light being able to refract through that object. Got it.
Refraction. I'm just playing around. I'm just seeing what the numbers do.
And you're doing exactly what we're just trying to encourage everybody to do, is just like play around.
Yeah.
I really appreciate, like, I know there's some people here that know 3D. They know the renderers. These are the people that have, you know, maybe some good advice.
Yeah, the people who told me to press F, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Masters.
And you'll get used to it. There's other little shortcuts we can talk about as you
Totally.
get into
I'm
it.
having so much fun. I mean, like, this is actually the first time I'm using it, and I feel like if it wasn't for the computer, I would have gotten the hang of it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But see, I see a little reflection here at the bottom of the glass.
Do you want to be able to see the packaging reflected in those, and those spheres are like metal?
That might work too. I was kind of like I wanted to play around with the refraction, like where it overlaps with stuff.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I tried this one first. Let's go.
Rendering. Okay. Juan Martin, our resident expert. Translucence is the ability of the light to pass through the object, which is what this one doesn't have at this point. That's all I have. We can switch off of me. I'm lame right now.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What's going on?
And then always be, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Be mindful of what layer is selected.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I did not want that. I'll play with some lighting. Oh gosh.
Jesus has a nice submission. Thank you for that. You will see all these in a second. Martin's doing some space food.
I love these space themed submissions
Yeah,
coming in.
that was a
really
great-
awesome.
He has a nice ooh, wow, has a nice background. So nice.
Okay. Oh wow, that really changed a lot of things.
Wow.
I'm trying the Studio 80s horror.
And then even try to drop in, maybe do you need to drop in a background back there or extend that base?
Totally. Okay. I can do. Oh gosh.
Thank you, Arif. Gustavo. Wow, Gustavo, you did a great one. I'm glad you won Creative Cloud, but you also have a great submission. Again, we'll look at those in a couple minutes. Oh, yeah. It's Alexander's. I hope everybody's having fun, by the way. I think it's pretty fun.
I'm having a lot of fun.
It's great looking at this. I feel like you're just your speed to, like success or whatever. Like, it's just nice that you're fast getting to something awesome.
I can't believe like 3D software is this easy to learn, to be honest. Just because I've had exposure to them, but it's always been such a hard, like a learning curve? Yeah. But this one, it's really easy to learn. Because a lot of designers would use it.
If you don't mind me saying, your boyfriend does 3D?
He does, yeah. He's an industrial designer, so he works a lot with like SolidWorks and all that stuff, magical stuff that I don't really know about. But I always see him like rendering things, and I'm like, I want to do that. That's why I started learning Cinema 4D, and I didn't realize how hard it was until I started.
Right. But now after today, you're like, your job's easy.
I'm gonna show him this.
Oh yeah,
this is what I did today.
Which is
Give
really
me your
cool.
Job. No,
yeah, I could totally do. Your job's easy. So you're gonna tell him that? Your job's easy.
Okay. No, he's really.
Hey,
good.
if that's rendering, we can take a look at some of these if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I already went through these. Yasmina, Vicky's fantastic, good stuff. Andrea Campo did Hungry Cat, real fish treats.
Very nice.
All natural. Looks like he's flipping you off.
Is that what's happening?
I don't know. I think it's just the tail, but it looks like he's
hangry.
Yeah, he's a hangry cat.
Hangry cat.
Andrea Campo, very good. Jesus de Muertos, which isn't that November 5th, isn't it? This is cool. Like,
where'd you get that?
Mapping that on is pretty dope.
Yeah.
So you can get this anywhere. I mean, there's other sites. So we would say Adobe Stock. You can go to like Thingiverse. What is it? Turbo Squid is another one. Lots of sites out there. Martin Herbaco did some space food.
Very nice. It looks like it's like what is it called? Damaged?
Yeah, that's that damaged copper.
I like that.
It looks like it's been out in space for a while, but you know what? It's still fresh.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, this is fun. Domenico Catelli. Everywhere, literally, direct. Oh, wow, this is cool. Bringing in an entire vehicle.
Just driving casually.
In space. You know how you drive into the into the space station.
It just happens.
Rehan Saeed. This is really cool. Depth of field. Sentience from the heart. I really like that.
I like that.
So, Garfi Ayub. Behance box. Oh, it's appealing. It's awesome. A little picture of me on the side there. Look at that. All right, it gets my vote. Oh, that pic of the dude.
You got some fans going on?
What a please replace winky face. All right, moving on. Garafi, awesome though, by the way. Arif, another one, cool. Oh, this is really hard to see. I really wish I could kind of brighten this up.
Yeah, but it looks like it's a little backlit, right?
Yeah, it's like a backlit, but that's the design. If you look on my screen, it's like really pretty cool.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's way better.
Yeah, maybe work on the lighting a little, but
it could be a cool like glow in the dark packaging concept. That's cool.
So good job, Arif. Gustavo won just a second ago.
Of course.
And then you're like,
stop.
If you wouldn't have won, why'd it gotta be so good?
I know, stop.
Right, Chris? Right? Adobe Live team of 87 individuals. It's pretty good little... We like Gustavo's. It's pretty good,
really
right?
Cool. Wow. I have to feel there.
That angle. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of hard to do. You gotta change the camera perspective. Alexander Bickett.
Ooh,
beer.
That's cool too.
Some hell beer. Inferno.
Is
I wonder if it's spicy. Like hot.
hell beer.
This is
That
fun.
could be an interesting flavor.
Right? Very cool. Seth. The Stoic Buffalo. I like the overall color palette and everything looks good.
Yeah.
Little depth of field there.
It's cool. There's everything in there. There's an iPad, there's packaging.
Sorry, let's go back.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
It's a paper bag.
Working hard.
nice,
Like,
yeah.
Man, I want to get this. Laura? A little soda. All these nice cherries. That's pretty cool. I like it. Last one, Miriam. Oh, that's fun.
That's cool.
Wow, that's cool.
It's like exploding in the water.
Yeah, I don't know how it does it,
Yeah.
but hey, it's creative. But it actually feels like it's in the water, obviously, with the blue tint and everything like that.
It does,
seems
yeah.
like it's
I mean, it
working.
looks like it's been dropped into water, so there's like a little bit of like the green explosion happening.
Yeah. That's
cool.
fun. Man, you guys are impressive.
That's great.
I'll try to get these narrowed down and have you pick like the and we could work together. I don't want you to be the bad
Bad
Good cop. Yeah. Like but I'll kind of get these narrowed down to the top, like however many.
Let's do it. Well, mine's been rendering for a while.
You should submit it to the contest.
Ooh. But I think if we put, it looks pretty like, it kind of looks like a party scene almost, just because of the lighting. But I kind of want to put a backdrop on it of a solid color, so it can make everything else pop up. I feel like if we have a black backdrop, it would look pretty cool. It'd be also cool with a reflective one too.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just one of those things where the backgrounds are red as a shape, you know. So like, what you just got to be kind of you got to be mindful of that. Like, what shape is the negative space,
Right.
and if it's is it too distracting or is it too stark? Like, how much does it stand out?
Totally.
How different is it from the foreground? and all that. Thank you, Mark Ratty. Submit your work. Productivity tips. I think the big thing with 3D, by the way, is getting used to using shortcuts.
It totally is, yeah, which
Yeah.
I don't have right now, but that would make everything so much faster.
Yeah. So in terms of like the manipulating the 3D space, just do 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be your pan, your rotation, your pan, and then your
The little
zoom.
guy.
I don't know if you're still rendering. Are you rendering?
No, I just turned it off because I wanted to add the backdrop.
Yeah. So click. So like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold down 1 and then
Yes.
1, 2, and 3. But there's usually a set number of keys that help out a lot.
I love that.
Jean-Eric, you submitted yours. Good for you, buddy. No, I won't. Oh, it's not there, actually. Mine's gotten pretty wild.
Oh my god, that looks amazing though.
Yeah, we could switch to mine. Just an entirely different take. That shallow depth of field actually makes it look really small. But I actually like where this is going.
I like it.
And the cool thing is, so I just did a render, so this actually just created a PSD. So if I open up this PSD, we kind of take a look at how this is broken down.
Okay, cool.
So like here is material selection maths. Let's actually kind of turn these things on and off.
Yeah.
Oh, those are
That's really
additional.
useful.
Here's the rendered image. And there happens to be that background back there. So that's everything that's being rendered. I kind of like that because
That's
actually
really cool.
that's kind of telling me, what's being rendered, which also determines how long renders take. So if things are being hidden, like, don't have them there. I like this though. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Like, you have depth, object selection masks. Like, this is one layer. I can say, hey, I want to select that swoosh in the front. I can select that color. Right? So select that color. brighten it up, mask it out, whatever. Roughly. Alexander, are you bummed it's taking 32 minutes to render? Hey, maybe get Octane. I don't know how Octane works. I think that just means coffee. It's another term for coffee, but essentially, welcome to 3D, where you have to render. And I remember, because I worked in 3D like this is like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was always like, okay, machines are going to get faster. Machines are like, you're not going to have to wait. No, I think our eyes have gotten trained. Things have gotten just much more complex.
Yeah.
We know an animation today is not what we had in the 90s.
That's true.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm trying stuff.
Oh, and we have HD and 4K. Totally. So the amount of pixels we're rendering. We're not on a 800 by 600 monitor anymore.
What's the best way to put like a solid background on this? Is it to use a plane or?
Yeah, so you can go to go to that third tab. You got it, or this
one?
That one. Yep. And then just drop on whichever one you want. If you want something specific, oh wow.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing like a solid blue or something like that, or
okay.
black.
You can do that. Select environment, cool, and then background. Click on that. Hit trash for the image, and then color.
Oh, there we go. Are you rendering yours?
I'm actually importing. It should come in a second. There it is. Like, look at how huge this is. I was like, where's the space? And we hit, what did we learn today? F key. But here, this is the object that I'm going to be manipulating.
That's cool.
It's huge.
It's kind of like a huge storm coming on over your small, tiny objects.
Right. F. Zoop. Mine's getting out of control. I think it's just like so much is going on. Overkill. I've gone too far, guys. But this actually might be good because I think if I start to give it a unified look with maybe all the same material.
Yeah, that could be cool.
I think this will be nice.
Mm-hmm. That looks great.
Right. That might be the secret. Just using some shortcut keys. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted, to be able to see like a little bit of space.
Yeah.
A little bit of juice maybe.
What's the material at the back right now? Is it all metal?
I think just the background is just a blue. And then I used mostly aluminum. But I could also have used, I really like what's happening here. I could have also used the silver. But let's see how this renders. I still have that depth of field in there. Yeah, somebody's got to clean that mess up. I don't know if he's talking about me or not.
That's great.
9 minutes to get your entries in, guys. We're going to need time to review these. If we don't get to them, then they will be reviewed next hour. I'm going to try to get my rendering done. Maybe I can win. Are you having fun playing with the... I mean, do you feel like a little bit like kind of empowered?
I do, actually.
Like you're... I mean, it's just fun to play with. I wish rendering was faster. Sure.
I know, but I mean, this isn't that bad, I think. It's kind of fun watching it come to life. You're like, what is it going to be? I don't know.
All right.
We'll just wait and see.
I don't even know what's in my space juice. What is in it? I haven't read the label. Sorry.
It's like mercury.
Mercury.
Metals.
Oh, oranges, beets, carrots, spinach, apples. Okay, so those are the elements
healthy.
that I should have. Like, this should be an orange.
Yeah.
Like, a hint of
or
a beet.
apple. That could be an apple.
Oh, yay. An apple. That's what I meant for it to be. Nailed it.
Awesome.
Oh, did you play with the lighting, too? You've been playing with the lighting.
Yeah.
Chris, you got the 80s lighting.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm kind of feeling it today, It's not bad.
I am feeling it, too. Let's do this class.
Ooh, I might have blurred it. Damn it. Okay.
I'm going to try the same lighting. Same lighting, different scene.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot. We're really getting metallic up in here. Ouch. It almost hurts. It almost hurts. Okay, backlit. Backlit.
Okay.
Again, this is just going to be what I do for a little bit. Really like this one.
Super cool. It just feels spacey, Kind of like a space party.
Yeah?
Clubby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I really like that. That triangle is a smart way to go. The pyramid.
I just like how the lights kind of reflect very
This
graphically.
is really good.
Throwing some shapes in there.
So we have oranges, beets, carrots, and again, that's the goal. This is in the future. You know what has happened? In the future,
I mean, you can use a cone for a carrot. Like, you can, really simplify the shapes.
Well, I was going to say, in the future, we've engineered oranges to be square so they can pack easier.
Ooh, yeah, and save
That's what we've done.
space.
Have you actually seen that? I think I've seen that. Wasn't it in Seoul? Oh, no, it was in Japan. Yeah, I've seen square fruits.
Do they grow it in a
I
square
think it's
container?
grown in a square container,
okay.
and that makes it square. So fascinating.
It's not even in the future, then.
It's not.
It's right now.
I know, it is right now. And I saw white strawberries. So I think these strawberries were somehow grown without sunlight?
Oh, I think I saw that. And it has like pinkish seeds or something.
Yeah, it was just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, but I liked it. So like you said, okay, let's get rid of this. Let's go F. This one is my cylinder. Cylinder will be, actually no, the cone is going to be a carrot.
Yeah, copper.
That will be the apple.
Then what else is in there? Let's see. There's beets.
Cool.
And spinach. And oranges.
How we doing? We got some more designs in there that I got to review. 3 minutes to submit, folks. 3 minutes. Red. I got 2 red things in there.
I'm just gonna put a bunch of shapes in here. See what that does.
All right, guys, got some more. Nice. So, Cecilia, you just started a new. You're going through some things. You just started a new job, right?
I did. Today was my second day, actually. So, well, I was at my last agency, Ammunition, for like 2.5 years. And I thought it's, time for a new challenge. So, I just started yesterday at an agency called Upper Quad. And they're really, really cool, and everyone there is so talented. I don't know what I'm gonna do there.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, think how good you're gonna get.
I know, I'm
after
gonna
being
learn
around
so
them.
much. I'm really excited. But yeah, so today's my last day, and then I just have to be like, bye.
Yeah, today's your first day, right?
Stuff. Yeah. Oh no, it's my second day.
Or your second day, yeah.
But first days are always kind of weird, like you're like getting set up with your computer and everything. So I feel like today is like the day where I kind of like started stuff.
Yeah, you actually got kind of briefed on some projects or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
You also have that brief window when you start a new job to like get set up and like ask for things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's within that first month.
Yeah.
While you're still the new person, you can be like, hey, I kind of need a Wacom tablet or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But then after that month, sorry, your newness is worn off and you are powerless. So
yeah, you're just stuck with whatever you have.
You're just stuck. You didn't. It's like, oh, I should ask for a computer. No, I was joking. Guess I should have done that.
Yeah.
Wow, this is crazy.
That is
that was the old one.
Okay. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, my old one was better.
Really cool.
I think I'm digressing a little bit. But we're gonna review these. No. It's winter time. Can we switch to yours? Yours is rendering. We'll just switch to your screen as I load up.
Yeah. I'm really feeling these prisms or pyramids because like they reflect light in a really nice way. Because like on the spheres you get all these like almost like lightsabers going on, but on prisms they're they become fields of colors that I think is very graphic.
Yeah, and plus the pyramid's just a cool design now. I mean, it just is. It's like the triangle is.
But isn't 3D?
Or triangle's like the hipster element of elements right now, and I'm okay with it. Like, I will use it.
Yeah. Well, I've never really met Voodoo Val, but she's honestly so awesome.
Yeah.
She gets so excited about everything we say. And I think that's really nice.
That is really nice. I mean, at the end of the day.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all just like a bunch of sensitive artists.
We are.
Trying to like
keep it together.
Yeah. Yep, we're all just we're all still that artist that just want our design to go on the fridge.
Exactly.
Like, we want to make fridge-worthy stuff.
Totally agree.
You know, so. And Voodoo Val, she is really talented, by the way. She's like, she's a really good digital artist, just for the record.
I know, she knows
so coming
so much
from
stuff
her,
too.
that's even a bigger
really
compliment.
I feel very special.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Guys, I don't even know how we're going to do this. Oh, there's so many. I'm going to try to get this narrowed down. We could switch to my screen now, actually, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So we've already reviewed some of these, but I'm going to kind of pick a couple of the top ones. As we go through these, that's one we'll review in a second.
Ooh.
That one I think we'll review in a second. There's that one. I'm making sure we have reviewed all of these. That one's nice. We have a first like vehicle that I've seen. This one's nice from the shallow depth of field. That one wins. I don't know if am I in the box? Is it a compliment? I don't know.
Like, what is in the box?
Is that me in the box? Do you want me to be quiet? So many things. Oh, and Gustavo can't win, but he's an
awesome.
Honorary winner because he is awesome. You're right. Yeah. I wish you could win again, buddy, but right once you win. That one's pretty cool from a high-tech sort of everything perspective.
Yeah.
And we might have, did Seth submit too? Laura's is good. I think this can needed to be a little larger. Otherwise, we're glad that she's given these a whirl.
Whoa.
This is one we'll definitely check out too.
Space Pirate Beard Bomb.
Yes.
That's really funny.
So yeah, let's just check out these new submissions. This one's fantastic, by the way. It's pretty cool, right?
Did you do that illustration? That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like let us know. This is actually, Seth Campbell. I don't know if you did the illustration. Would love to hear. This is from Rayhan, and I like, even though there's no background here, it's still very nice.
It's very solid.
Like the rendering and everything. He spent time rendering this.
Mm-hmm.
He or she. I don't know. Rayhan. Another fantastic one from Mark Raddy, Behance Project. Love the color combos.
I love that. It feels really fresh.
Oh,
ooh,
wow.
There's more.
Oh, taking it to the next level.
I like that.
He's like, what? Appreciate. Adding to my... Following you. Oh, wait. I think I unfollowed him because I was already following him. Oops. Wrong way. This is good after... Apparently while he was waiting for the render, he drank one of the beers. So that's why that's knocked over.
Makes sense.
This one's nice. Good reflection. All right. Let's get these narrowed down. We have this one. We have that one. We still have that one in the mix. We think that's a good one. We already have. That's a duplicate. And that one's nice, but I think we will...
Are you sure? You're on there.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Because I think I'm in the box. It's very disturbing. I don't know.
Disturbing.
There's too many good ones, because even you compare it to this one, like look at how many different elements that are in this one. So this is like a complete, sort of branding campaign thing going on here.
Totally.
This one's an amazing render. This one's pretty cool. I think we have a problem with the fact that there's a splash within water, so I'm going to close that one. And again, it's just because we have to make hard decisions.
They're all good.
This one's pretty good. I'm just going to get it narrowed down to my favorites, which would be Mark Raddy. And I don't know if he's won yet, but I like Mark's because he has multiples. I really have it down to those two. And let me just click over here. And this one. These are my top 3. This one. Oh, excuse me. This one, and then this one.
Yeah, I mean, they're all amazing. I really like the Space Pirate one, just because, like, I'm still wondering if he did the
Space
illustration
Pirate?
or she
Oh,
did
this
the
the
illustration.
this one right here?
Yeah,
okay.
because it's just really fun. But I also really like the one with the bright colors.
This
like
one?
super graphic art direction.
Yeah, so tough.
I like that. Yeah.
So this is kind of where we're leaning, like this one and this one.
Yeah, they're very different.
Yeah,
which
they
is which makes it really hard to choose. Man.
And then there's this one. I know you're drawn to this one though.
I don't know. I mean, it's really cool. But there's something about the other one that feels very like clean and fresh. Like it could actually be, you know, like a marketing poster.
Yeah, match these shadows pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, who do you think? What do you think? I know. So we gotta break hearts. Gotta break hearts. Or I could do it for you, but I think since you're the guest.
I think I'm gonna go with Mark Ratty.
All right, Mark Ratty, congratulations. We will
Congrats.
double check. I think you have not won, so we're legit. Mark Ratty's put in the work, has been on the stream multiple days, and has done a design that has multiple iterations.
They're all good
So
too.
congratulations, Mark Ratty.
Congrats.
Hopefully you're still there. We want to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you. And if you just submitted one, don't worry, Michael will get to it next. Thank you so much. Is your rendering done yet? I don't know. Can we take a look at it?
No, I think it's still going. Maybe I have too many things going on. I'm really sure it's going.
Yeah. No, well, and this is what happens. I mean, hey, welcome to 3D.
I know.
Renders. Rendering.
Let's sit here for an hour.
Yeah. We're just gonna sit here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're gonna get down to the final, say, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
How was your experience the past 3 days?
I mean, it was really, really fun. I think I learned a lot about 3D in the short 2 hours that we did. I feel like I could definitely take like what I learned today and then start applying it to many different things. I was hoping that we could do like, you know, 1 or 2 posters that we could actually like have a final thing of. But
Well, and that's the great thing is like we could rent, these could be sort of high res, so you can go from something small. Literally, we were working in Illustrator,
yeah.
going to something that's basically vector, you know, it's like resolution independent, you know, roughly. So
Totally.
you can go, and that's where we were going here with some of this stuff. And I think we just had a lot of fun playing with
Oh yeah, definitely.
lighting and textures with the clean design, which was the right way to go.
Yeah, I mean the library is kind of incredible. There's basically everything you could look.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't even graze the surface because like we didn't jump out to Adobe stock. You should see the number of textures and lights and stuff that are there. Is like
Yeah.
it's really impressive.
It's really.
I think
exciting.
it's really cool.
It is.
But Cecilia, we loved having you here, of course.
Thank you.
We're glad you're local, so we could just suck you in at any time, right? So look out. You probably shouldn't have told us that, but
I live far away.
yeah. Luckily, we do get to take advantage of Kenny Coyle, who's up next, who's not local. So we just gotta enjoy our time with you now, my friend.
Yeah.
Who's up next with Michael Shays. Cecilia, thank you so much.
Thanks
Everybody,
for
give
having me.
Cecilia a warm thank you. Yay, hooray for
Thank
you! Now go show off your designs to your boyfriend. Look, I can do 3D too.
It looks like nothing.
I can do 3D too. Your job ain't so hard. Just kidding.
All right.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you.
See you guys.